All right. We have our answer. We have our answer. And with that, we will be on the move to the Big 12. Let's make it happen. It's a huge step up for us. Huge step up. Obviously, ranked competition guaranteed. But we'll take it. And we are going to move ourselves over to the Big 12, leaving behind Conference USA. And here we are. This is going to be interesting. I mean, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas. This is going to be something. As for Texas, I mean, the annoying little brother was just told he gets to move into the bigger room of the house, and you're relegated to the basement. So this should be fun. We are about ready for a new season. Obviously, we'll have to do some renaming and such. Before that, let's start taking a look at what we have to do. Let's do it. So this season, Cam, what's going on, by the way? We'll totally redshirt. We'll redshirt Davis will save us. We have to keep Catastrophe Crunchberry on as the backup, because if he leaves due to lack of playing time, we're screwed, essentially. So he 100% stays. I'm also not going to redshirt Mike Gillette, because, again, I don't want him to leave. He might leave anyway due to lack of playing time, but I really don't want anybody to leave. So we're going to keep that the same. Running back-wise, we are going to redshirt Daniel Larson, give him a little bit more time to develop. Keep the freshman Chris Thompson on the team, but obviously we can't afford to lose Oatmeal getting pissed either. And if injuries happen, we need Oatmeal there. Fullback-wise, nothing to change. Wide receiver-wise, we can't afford to redshirt Moist Carpet and lose him. We also can't really afford to redshirt Texas and lose him either. So we will redshirt freshman Mike Holman, though. Although, you know, we can't do that either, because if he leaves, we'd only have 3 wideouts. We're already going to have to recruit wideouts. So again, quarterback, we don't really need one. Running back, we, could use one. We are going to need a fullback. And then wide receiver wise, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking at like 2 wideouts, at least, if not 2 to 3. So yeah, I can't afford to lose Holman. Tight end wise, yeah, we're gonna need 2 tight ends as well, which is kind of rough. On the O-line, we should be okay. I can redshirt Dion Larisidal. That's not a problem. We got Mason and Mafeet. That's a tough one. We can redshirt Sean. I don't want to lose Dan the Man. I don't want to lose Dan the Man. And we can't really afford to lose Blake King either. It's a tough one. We can't afford to lose Mason. Could let Mafeet try to develop for another season. Sean Shad wouldn't be the worst loss in the world. Okay, I do think... Let's see, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could probably get away with being aggressive, aggressive in terms of the red shirts. And for offensive line, look for 1 to 2. So we are going to be aggressive. We are going to redshirt Can't See Mafeet for the season. That way Michael Mason plays. And we'll also redshirt Dan the Man Huggins. And even Blake King. And hopefully they don't get mad and leave. That is pretty risky. But we're going to go for it. Defensive line. Another tough call here. It's 1, 2, 3. We could have the 71 as a 4th. Coker as a 5th. We'll redshirt to Marcus Lundy. Defensive tackle. Obviously, we'll redshirt Bubba Sims. Linebacker. I don't think we can get away with redshirting Daryl. We can redshirt Yilong Ma. And then on the right, yeah, we're just going to have to keep good overall depth on this team. Corners. Darius Jones is probably too good to get redshirt, but we can redshirt Maurice Smith. At safety, can't risk McAfee, but Thompson can sit, as can Carl Thomas. And obviously, Catchball has to play. It's a little bit weird in terms of how we're going to make this happen. We are going to need a couple of defensive linemen. And we are definitely going to need linebackers. That is probably our biggest need heading into next season. We should be fine in terms of secondary. And then we need a kicker or a punter to switch over. So we have quite the list. Did I accidentally say I was going to redshirt Davis? No. It's just it's showing eligible players. That for some reason that really threw my head through a loop. Depth chart will settle in a minute. Custom schedule. We have a lot more locked games now. A lot more. No surprise, and honestly, the end of season schedule is looking a little bit more open. All right. So how do we want to do this? Play in week 1, play 5, 1 off, play 4, 1 off, and then play more. Could be the way to do it. Or we just take week 1 off, play 4. It does have us scheduled for an FCS team. But we do need to get our Texas State game in there, as always. Nothing like raising a national... We're down to number 11, by the way. We're down to number 11. Despite winning the national title, they dropped us to number 11. Oh, God, we have to play. Ooh, that's going to be rough. So have week 1 off, have week 6 off, have week 11 off? Depends on how many games that we want. Obviously, like, endurance isn't necessarily a thing. But week 1 off, have 4 in a row, another break, another stretch, another break. TCU in the final week. So yeah, we can do it that way. 4, break, 4, break, and then 4. We can do it that way. All right, so Texas State is our first open game. And then 12, 13, 14 we can set up. So week 12. I mean, Navy's out there. Texas A&M, our old friends in Tulane. Navy, Army, Air Force isn't there. Navy, Army, and Air Force, I was thinking, but yeah, Air Force is not available. I was thinking trying to get revenge. Hold on, is Air Force available here? No. Yeah, they'd have to be later on. I was looking for that stretch of military games, the armed forces games, and yeah. Fair enough. Coastal Carolina was modded, and yeah, it's technically New Mexico State, or the other way around. There's a team like that for UMass as well. Tough call here. Tough call. Tough call, because we might need some easier games. Like, our strength of schedule, if we run the table, is enough to be the top team. I think we throw our old pals Tulane in there. I think we do. instead of Vandy. I mean, obviously, like, Bama's there, which is ridiculous. Any old friends? Not necessarily. It'd have to be a new opponent or no opponent at all. So go with Appalachian State. And then week 14, who's there? Comes in Florida. Could finally take on White Fat Rock in Florida State. Honestly, I think we have to. People have been calling for that for a while. I think we take on Florida State. This schedule is going to be a nightmare. Let's throw Mississippi State in there. Just because. So North Texas at home, Tulane, Mississippi State, and we'll visit White Fat Rock at Florida State. And then a home game against TCU. That's a hell of a schedule. Yeah, Tulane, Mississippi State, and then Florida State to end it. North Texas wasn't available. A lot of our consistent opponents aren't there. Otherwise we would. And again, we're going to take week 1 off because, yeah, we have to. That is the way. Unless we take the Tulane week off, so you could win the conference and coast after. Potentially, yes. Yeah, I mean, there's a real lack of options here. Schedule in Tulane. So that's an interesting one. That's our toughest schedule ever. And before we get to renaming, let's see who's out there. In terms of top prospects here. Let's do it. Let's do it. And how does our board look after winning a national title? Apparently not great. Mad Static with the 5 gifted. Thank you very much for that, sir. This recruitment class might be a bit weak for us. It might be. We have a maybe at quarterback. Oh, God.
Oh, we're doing this again.
In terms of position of need, quarterback is not the strongest. We could potentially use one. So there's Terry Sanchez and Marcus Allen, who I'm totally going to move to running back. In terms of actual running backs, we could also potentially use one-star Colby Stevenson. And in terms of interest, a 2-star Antoine Kendrick. Ugh. Not ideal. Let's add him for the moment. Fullback. There's a 3-star and a 2-star who has this number 1 on his list, Stephen Kramer. Wideouts. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. And we got this 3-star. Couple of 3-stars. Are slightly interested, not bad. Tight end. Todd Gilmore, he'd be amazing. Couple of tight ends, and again, we need 2. On the offensive line. In terms of interest, let's look at the 3-stars. Add the 4-star. Same thing here, add the 3-stars. We're probably going to have to go back and do some early scouting. And then at center. Okay, so that is the offense with the exception of athletes. Let's go look there. As we're going to need to find out just where those guys stand before I focus on the defense. Let's see what we got. So we know we need a quarterback, kind of, as a filler. Jesus. Well, if we're going for a quarterback this year, we're going to fight for Terry Sanchez. Because, yeah, he's worth fighting for him. Plus, he's from Waxahachie. Yeah, we'll get rid of Marcus Allen because, holy shit. Running back wise. Again, we do need potentially a running back. Neither of these guys are necessary. I mean, we'll fight for Stevenson, but that's about it. Fullback wise, we do need a fullback this year. Bentley's a bust. Kramer's the guy. Well, we could fight for both of them. I mean, Bentley is a 3-star. Wideouts. What do we have? Again, we could use 2 to 3 wideouts this year. All of those guys are worth fighting for. Tight end. Jason Hart lives up to the hype. John Lee drops. Gilmore. Heath. Okay. Davis has saved us. And then on the O-line, we won't be able to scout out everybody. Putting another David Davis. O-line's looking okay. O-line's looking okay. I should have scouted out the athletes, though. I kind of forgot about them. None of them are necessarily looking like quarterbacks, except for Romero. All right, back to prospects. Again, if we were to go this week only, it would be focusing on the offense. We got to spread the wealth a little bit more. Need 2 D-line options. Bunch of linebackers. On the D-line, no 4 stars available. There are a couple of 3 stars who are interested, though. Linebacker. Looking kind of weak. Secondary, we know we're good. And we do need the best kicker or punter that we could get. Oh, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way? What's the best way? Goodness, goodness. All right. I don't know how I want to go about this. I actually don't know. It's kind of tough. This is a little bit tough. I'm gonna go see who we can cut off of our list to optimize this a little bit better. And fullback wise, do you look for the guy with the slightly better overall? Guys from Borger. I mean, how do we not take him? Not even in the lead for this guy, but we are in the lead for Kramer. It's a fullback. Let's just fight for Kramer, free up a spot. There's gauging interest. We are looking good for those wideouts. Fight for those 2 4-stars. To be honest, I'm going to cut out Hoffman and I'm going to cut out Turner. Not that they're bad, but again, optimizing. Tight end wise, pretty much have to stay there. O-line's still looking good. Bunch of 3 stars. And again, we don't have people scouted. This is one of the toughest ones yet in terms of setting this up. It really is. It really is. But we have 7 spots open. So defensive line. Again, do we add the 4 stars to fight or just go with the guys who are interested? That's where I'm having the tough call. I mean, with the exception of Allen, because we know he was pretty bad. Stevenson is a 4-star. Is it worth fighting for him when we don't necessarily need a running back? I don't know. This is tough. Very, very tough. A lot of guards. Okay, defensive end. If we were to just fight for the best available, and we need a crap load of linebacker help, and we're going to have to fight for it all season long anyway. We focus on kickers and punters. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Honestly, the athletes we could potentially rule out. Jermaine Ford, what do you look like without us scouting you? Without us knowing for sure, he looks like a wideout. We don't know for sure. He looks like a wideout. So, whoops. If we consider him 5-star wideout, compare him. Okay, there we go. So we can take, even though Mirville's pretty good, we could take him out. Consider that athlete a wide receiver that we're fighting for. Hudson. Mr. Hudson. Decent man coverage. We're good at catching the ball. You are a member of the secondary, which we do not need. Get him off the list. Dan Royal. Good spin move, good spectacular catch. He also looks like a wide receiver or a member of the secondary. Given we're fighting for that 5-star as a wideout, let's get rid of him. Sam Waters. Wide receiver or secondary, we'll take him out. Don Williams. Same thing. And then Romero as a 3-star. I was looking like a quarterback. So there we go. We freed up a few more spots. Few more spots. And linebackers looking rough. Let's add ye old kickers and punters. I mean, we could just go for the 2-star that we know is interested. Honestly, I think we're going to do that. Let's save ourselves a little bit. We're not going to have the space to be able to fight for special teams, at least not this year. All right, so we know defensive line help, linebacker help. We have 9 spots now. Let's add Brandon Williams, Dave Miles. Really not too many other players to add. We'll add Stephen Collins for now. And then defensive line. Let's add these 3-stars. There's a lot of them. And of course, if we get some of these like defensive ends, for example, we could move them to linebacker if needed. I mean, this dude's fucking 6'8". I don't think he's playing linebacker, but it could happen. Could happen. But honestly, I mean, 32, 35 doesn't really matter. I think we're good. I think we're good in terms of our initial board. I'm a little bit scared. Like I said, about our kind of winning window. It might just be this year. Your team starts off hot in rivalry, bowl, and championship games. Yes, please. Yes, please. That sounds like a lovely boost. Sweet. So I think we're about ready to go for a new season. But we got one important step left.